Hi, welcome into my channel. This channel is about astronomy, against the current view of astronomy. I am saying that we can go to the stars. The stars are very close. But if you know, I cut from a video and I comment. So to prove to you this, I come from a video and I comment. But this is a specific problem about time, a time of galaxies. So in this video, I cut from Walter Lewin, a known professor from YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. You will see I inserted a few parts from his video. Okay, so but he is showing to you a problem that implies time with acceleration mg and mass and gravity, or g acceleration. But what I inserted is only to train your mind, because I have to tell you about a problem, so to raise a problem about galaxies and the mass and gravity of galaxies. So only to train your mind some pieces. He is saying this is high school physics, but and I'm telling you this is my problem for Walter Lewin. Okay, he does not know how to solve this because nobody can solve this because the physics is wrong. Okay, but let's hear. So the first part I cut from the video, I let you see it to train your mind. He says about you throwing an object, okay, and has a parabola like this, and like it will fall mg, and so you listen, but listen about time, think about time. It's like train to remember, for you to remember the high school physics, or so this is like training. So but you listen the problem and you'll see what I want to tell you. Then listen the first part.
Hello, hello, hello. Today is Sunday, May 1. For me it is 10 o'clock in the morning, for you it may be later. Solutions to problem 142. High school problem. 4 different questions. The first question is, I throw an object up at a certain angle, it goes up and it goes down, and it reaches its highest point after 2 seconds. And there is air drag. And the question now is, will it take longer for it to fall down from the highest point compared to when it goes up to the highest point, or will it go shorter when it goes down? The answer is clearly it will take longer for that object to fall down. And the reason is very simple. I want you to read this with me. As the object goes up, the component of the resistive force in the vertical direction is the same direction as the gravitational force mg. See the figure. So here the resistive force and the gravitational force are both down. Here the gravitational force is down, but the resistive force is up. In other words, the net force here in down direction is smaller than the net force there, and thus it takes longer. When the object is all the way down, the y component of the resistive force is in the opposite direction. Thus the component of the force in the y direction is smaller on the way down than on the way up. Thus it will take longer than 2 seconds to come down.
So after you watch that, if you know, I am saying like my YouTube channel is against the current view of astronomy. So I'm saying like a tea science, coffee science. I always have here because I always see like a pretext, coffee or a tea. Okay. So if you saw that, he is trying to show to you what is the, okay, this is the force of the impact. What they do not know is that the gravity is not related to mass, only in a force. If you have this object and you throw it, it will impact your hand with a force. So if you want to understand this, the force is related to the mass and speed. Okay, so if throw this harder and faster, you will hit you fast. and the gravity is not due to mass. If you do not understand this, it's a simple physics. Okay, let me tell you what I've told you. So if you treat the revolution around the sun, the earth, you treat the speed, time, space relation, what space is on what time is it per course. But if you want to understand the forces of impact, let's say you will put a wall in front, a big wall in front of the earth, you will see that when earth moves around the sun, will impact that wall with a force due to the mass of the earth and the space over time relation that goes around the sun. Okay, so if you understand this, you understand that the gravity is not related to mass, only when you treat the force of impact. So this is their error by identifying with the mass gravity. They say that it depends on mass, that Galileo showed you that this is not the case. So let me train you again in his way. If you understand the physics is wrong, so what is the problem that he is making this false? All the physics is false. Okay, but let you, and you remember this. Learn, remember about space time, and this was going to be a specific problem that I will give you to this guy to solve, but no physics problem professor can solve it. But listen another part from him.
Next question. We have a pendulum, and the pendulum has length L, and it is in an accelerator. Sorry, it is in a elevator. And the elevator is accelerated down with an acceleration A, which is 5 meters per second square. And the question now is, what now is the period of that pendulum in comparison with the period of the pendulum if the elevator would not be accelerated at all. The period of a pendulum is 2 pi times the square root of L over G. So in this case, since the net acceleration is G minus A, the new period t prime is 2 pi times the square root of L divided by G minus A, and G minus A is 5. And when it was not being accelerated, it was 10. So it's obvious that t prime is the square root of 2 times larger than t. If the elevator were accelerated upwards, then the period of oscillations would be shorter than t. But now it is larger.
Okay, so after you show that, you see he is working with time. What is time of an interaction between two bodies? But you do not understand that the Kepler was calculating the orbits with this. You see, these are angles, you see? And it is not depending. He saw that it was not crazy, like these guys supposing on the Kepler time that our galaxy is a spiral. That's why they do not understand. But above the Kepler's head was a semisphere like this, and it is still. And by observing the movement on a near of Mars planets or the planets, okay, you have this angle and you put it with a sphere. You do not have need for mass in these calculations. So they calculating like in a geometrical manner, supposing Copernicus that the sun is the middle, the orbits, and then Newton made the relation between mass. They were believing that is a relation with mass, and you do not understand that these guys do not know real physics. But the physics is wrong. But they are messed up, if you understand. So let me put another part from him and listen about time. This was going to be accumulated, and then will be the problem. A specific problem was the video. So listen another part from uh, uh, this guy, okay, and you came back, and you will see the real problem then.
Before I show you the solutions to questions 3 and 4, let's read the problem again, because it's not a pendulum in this case. A particle moves in one dimension, the x direction, as a function of time. X is minus 0.3 times the sine of 2t plus pi over 4. And x is in meters and t is in seconds. So the third question is, what is the frequency in hertz of this simple harmonic oscillation? And the fourth question is, what are the times in seconds at which the speed of the particle is maximum? So here you see the solutions. Clearly omega is 2, and since the period is 2 pi divided by omega, and the frequency is 1 over t, it is omega divided by 2 pi, so the frequency in hertz is 1 over pi. Piece of cake. The last question, the speed is maximum when x is 0, because then the object goes through its equilibrium point. In other words, when the sine of 2t plus pi over 4 is 0. This happens when 2t plus pi over 4 is n times pi, n being 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3. So it happens at the time pi over 2 times n minus a quarter seconds. Alternatively, if you calculate the velocity, which is minus 0.6 times the cosine of 2t plus pi over 4, then you can find the maximum speed, and you find the exactly same times that you found here. Okay? Well, it was a simple high school problem. If any of you could not do it, I really suggest that you brush up on this very, very simple harmonic problem.
So after you watch that last part, I am telling you, this is the way I make my videos. Because against physics, science is wrong. But now the specific problem, if you understand. A galaxy, if you understood what I've told you, and if you pay attention, this physics wrong stuff that is explaining to you, why this seems to you logical? Because it's a logical system and form. That's why. But listen the problem now. I will insert 4 seconds from Webb Space Telescope. When you will look in the corner, it is writing 100,000 years, light years. So they put like a rule like this, like a line, okay, and they wrote on it 100,000 light years, okay. So look for 4 seconds, 5 seconds a picture, and you look at the rule like in a corner, and I will tell you what I want to tell you. Okay, look. So you see, they say light years. They are saying that somehow they calculated that there is the dimension. So implies that the galaxies, from that you can treat them with that rule to measure them somehow. But now if you watch all of this, if you understand the problem for this guy is this. Make me a function of time. They are supposing that we are stupid, but you deserve to be treated like this by these guys. If you do not, we want to wake up from this, okay? So I'm telling to these guys, big professor guys, you believe that we are stupid? A function f over defined by in R with values in R, okay? Or you make it in C, or what do you want, in natural numbers, okay? From T1 to T2. From T1 to T2. And what's the time? 100,000 years. It's telling you on the pictures. The time is 100,000 years. And now you put this gravity craziness of yours and make me a function of time from T1 to T2, but the time is from 0 to 100,000 years. So now, I show to you again that galaxies with their rule 100,000 years, another color of it, okay, from Webb Space Telescope, okay. Look it again for 5 seconds, look. You watch that, but now you understand how the galaxy is functioning in an orbital manner, from the center to gravity to propagate. Even if you put a black holes or masses, that crazy mass does not have to deal with gravity. How you will make a function of time over 100,000 years, and you make it, my friends. What if you are a physics professor and then came and talked to me? If you are lying this entire planet, this incoherent space-time, you cannot make a function over 100,000 years from T1 to T2, from T1 to T2, from zero time, from 100,000 years to propagate a wave of gravity that's related to bullshit mass that you are believing to go. If the square root of distance, let's say this proportional, decreasing, you put from middle of the galaxy, but you understand that in an orbital manner it must propagate on time, over time, in time. So from this present, it must grab time 100,000 times to rotate. If you understand, from the center in the middle is 100,000 years. So the gravity must decrease in 100 times years. And to be in an incoherent function over 100,000 years of time. If you do not understand it, guys, so why do you believe that what is saying on the physics is correct? Let me tell you why. There is a thing in philosophy, is natural languages or formal languages. A formal language, like a mathematical language, implies some system that you made up. You saw the children writing the letters. Otherwise, you put from another sign and you make a logical coherency, internal logical coherency, that it is not responding with an external something. This is from philosophy. So that's why it seems to be coherent, because there's a coherent logical system, but a formal one. It is not corresponding something in exterior, and they are believing, they are calculating. T1, T2 function mass and over time. They are trick themselves. They do not understand. Gravity is a normal force. Newton said this, a normal rotational force in an angle due to mass of acceleration. But it is not emitted by a mass. A mass do not produce a mechanical movement, a work over space. So say if you don't understand, this is my video. You make me, my friends, this, but you understand that we are not stupid. To light this planet, how do you want? So what I'm telling you, the galaxies are stars, simply stars. You do not believe this, they are not gravitation system, or you are saw in the pictures, or static loads. Electroshock to the light energy, and they are in the border of our galaxy, that is a sphere. It is not a spiral, it's not nothing. Our galaxy is a sphere surrounded by clouds, and we cannot see what you are saying, the universe. Unique nothing, not universe, nothing. We cannot see it. Our galaxy is a simple sphere, and we cannot see the universe. And the galaxy is like this star is painted, sculpted, inserted in this globe, are in the border of our galaxy in clouds of hydrogen, oxygen, exactly like clouds of water. and they contain light energy, ignite that pieces that are static. And this galaxy is not the universe, is not in expansion, is not nothing. But if you say that we are stupid, you make me a function over 100,000 years. Any professor of physics in this world. So if you understand what they are paid for at the schools, and you will wonder why there are shootings in the schools with this incoherent physics and science that they are lying to you. They're lying to you. The Kepler was calculating with these angles, not due to mass, not with angles, observing in the night, semisphere of the night, the movement of the planet. They are not moving in the circular manner like the stars, fixed stars there. So by the time of Kepler was spherical, and they were making everything upside down, and Galileo said that it's not due to mass, it's space over time. So you make me a function space over time in 100,000 years, T1 from T2. You believe that we are stupid? We made some physics, even in high school. We know this stuff. You cannot trick this planet anymore. We can go to the stars. The stars are not like our sun. Gravity is not related to mass. It is a light field. So we can go to the stars. The stars are close with current ships, rockets of fellow mass. We can go there in 100 years trip. But they are far. But you see, so you believe that I am telling you, but they are lying to you, and you prefer lies instead of the truth. Okay, you see what a small light you can produce in. You believe that must be like big stars, they're small stars, smaller than the moon. We can go there, and they are cold. They are not emitting thermic. They are submerging clouds, and they are like chilled with the space temperature, emitting only pure light. Do not be any mess up things like fire there. They're clouds. Okay, so you make a function of time, and then you come talk to me. But you cannot. Gravity is not a masses revolving. It is due to acceleration and space over time. Okay, goodbye. God bless. This body will not fall in different manner than this. Okay, if you know Galileo. So goodbye. God bless. This is Walter Lewin video. It is related with physics. He is showing two physics relation, space, time, and gravity on two objects. If you do not understand this, okay, be prepared to be lied and to take the life from you and the schools on entire planet. And believe these guys, they know physics. They know physics. Okay, we can go to the stars. The stars are close. This is the time we can colonize the planet. These guys are lying to you. We cannot see the universe. Goodbye. God bless.